Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. So today we are presenting Unstoppable Urban Farming by Rahma Nur Adzhani. Hello, Mrs. Rahma. And just a
Hello.
little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentations, please type them into the questions box in your Zoom control panel, and I'll bring them up during the presentations. And also, we will have a Q&A sessions. And it's also very interesting for today's webinar because instead of having talk about urban farming and one interesting program, Futures Plus, we also will see how Rama start her urban farming, like the garden and the aquaponic system. So she will show us the real implementation of urban farming. So I'm very excited to see, and I hope you also excited to see Rama's Konekroot garden. And okay, so without further ado, let me get started, and I'll turn it to Rahma. So Rahma, please.
Hello everyone. So can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
so I will present something about my journey as urban farming. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Rahma Nur Adzhani. I'm a founder of Konekroot, and basic basically I don't have any background related to agriculture. So my journey as urban farming start when I was in 2017. I went to Bali and I exposed by word permaculture. If you know, it's permanent agriculture, and I falling in love with that concept. So I said to myself that maybe that I should start something like this in the future, but I do not know where to start and how to start. So I still doesn't have confidence for starting my own journey as a farmer. So in 2018, I going to United Kingdom, getting scholarship from United Kingdom government, and I learned renewable energy. But there I learned a lot more in farming world, in agriculture world. I going from farm to farm, from different city to another city, and from country to country, just to learn the technique of urban farming especially, but also in community farm. So I live there in community farms, and I become stranger, and I just become like a local there, and I learn a lot of plants that native to there. So when learning about agriculture, I learn in the hard way. So I learn every single plants, I learn every single techniques, and I just adopt to my city in Cirebon because it's very different from the region. Like here, what I learn is in temperate regions, but in Indonesia is tropical, so it's very different. And when I come back to Indonesia after I going around in the Europe to stay there, um, I see that there is different concept of farming. Like in Indonesia, you see the concept of farming is like you farm in the big land, hectares of land, just to farm the rice paddy or the I don't know, it's just monoculture. So what I saw in Europe and in another countries, the farm itself is small farms, but it's very supported by the community, and also they have a farm that solve different problems. Like they solve social problems. Like one of farms I visit and I stay there is the farm that solve problems with the drug abuser. So they empower the drug abuser to become a farmers and to develop their soft skills. So they give them a very proper house and then a very proper soft skills. They pay everything, and then another forms is empower disability people. So it's very small farm, but they use that small farms to produce value added products like jam, cheese, um, herbs powder. So there is so many products that is available from their farm for their small farms, and that's and then they sell it in the high price, so they still can be profitable with their own farms. So that's inspired me to start my own journey as small farmers. in unlikely place like rooftop farm. So why I start doing rooftop farms is because I don't have any lands. I have lands, but I don't have any confidence to like a farm in the big lands, hectares of land. So I start in the rooftops. It's in the fourth floor in a medical center in Cirebon, and I don't have a proper image because I do not know that it will be like this, like in November. So I just take a picture. It's not proper at all. So I used the black one is it's called paranet in Indonesia. I don't know in English, but the function is to windbreaker. So it's windbreaker, and also it's hold the past going inside your greenhouse. So this is the before and after picture is 2000 is 28 January 2019 when I start my farming. It's still and there's just nothing. And then November 2019, I held a lot of community events. I held education events too. And this is the picture of November 2019. My farms is always changing, like every 3 months. Now it's so different. But this is the picture of November 2019, and we produce 6,000, more than 6,000 veggies packs, veggies bags every month, and we produce foods uh, every Friday and every Thursday. So we have delivery service every Thursday and every Friday to the community. So our products is going to the community and to the city. And then this is the picture. So we have two farms, two parts. The one is greenhouse for the commercial production, and the outdoor farm is for the event, for the gathering, for the workshop. Is here. So this is the picture in 2019 to 26 August, and this is the picture in 17 May 2020. So it's a few days ago. And this is the picture into 17 May 2020. So there is a lot of difference from just nothing to so many plants varieties
Um,
that is not.
okay, sorry for interrupting, Mrs.
Mhm.
Rama. Would you like, because you mentioned some picture and that picture, so I think our participants a bit confused about which picture. So because we've seen only it's what appears on the screen, it's only your website. So would you like to,
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Um, I show my presentation actually.
Oh, okay. So okay, this is through the website, right?
No, it's the PowerPoint.
PowerPoint, but okay. Can everyone see the PowerPoint on your screen? Uh,
No, I cannot see the PowerPoint. I
okay,
just see the website.
okay, yeah.
Okay,
We do
so
apologize for that. We're very sorry for that. So yeah, we will try it. So Mr.
okay,
Rama,
okay, okay.
before,
I
so
will share the new. Sorry for that screen.
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Right now it's yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Sorry, it happens a lot of times. So yeah, this is maybe I just repeat it again. So this is me, and this is the before and after picture. Is before is just still, and the rooftops is nothing, and then it's November 2019, and we have two parts. This is greenhouse part and outdoor parts for events and workshops, and this is our greenhouse parts, which have 6,000 uh, plants, not like 6,000 plants, 6,000 text pages for communities, and this one is outdoor uh, from the 26th August to now 17 May 2020. So there is a big difference, I think. And what I plan is something that is edible. Edible means something that you can eat, whether it can be as herbs or medicine properties, or you can or you can eat like in your in your food. So this is the picture that I took a week ago, 17 May 2020. So yeah, urban farming is about changing your unproductive space to productive space like this, and this space can produce food to community, to the city. And imagine if so many rooftop become something edible, like what I'm doing in Konekroot. So this is also a before and after picture. I start building in 2006, 26 August 2019, and now it's like a forest. So yeah, this is our journey. I just make it faster. This is 6 February 2019, our first harvest, and it's my experimental things. And then it's my second harvest, and I get a lot of abundance for my harvest. So I share to people, share to the seller of food, and then I have the idea to sell it to people in the community. So it's not good. So it's also another harvest, and I built my greenhouse in 26 March 2019 after I success for my aquaponic system. So I use aquaponic system here. Aquaponic system means you integrate fish. The fish will become the fertilizer for the plant. So you don't use any added chemicals, added fertilizer to your plant, just only the fish food. So it's very sustainable way of urban farming, and you get more produce, more yield than you use the conventional way. And also I use the vertical methods because I don't have much more lands than in conventional farms. So this is our process of making a greenhouse. We got a lot of trial and errors. This is 26 August, and this is my first time making something from recycled materials. I use the pellets
Noel,
from near of the,
oh, sampingnya kan beda.
sorry. Yeah, so we use something that is not used before, like the wood pellets that is just thrown in the river, and then we use the rice husk from the farmers that just thrown to the, I don't know, but it's just not, it's just useless, so we use it. And this is our first outdoor gardening for our outdoor garden for the event. And it's just like less than 1 month, and it's become last like this. So this is tomato plants with the marigold as the companion planting, so it's like a friends, like benefit each other's, like symbiosis mutualism, if you call it. And this is like 20 days after this, so it's become a forest. So I had a lot of community. That's why I communicate with people. I introduce Konekroot to people, and we have a lot of friends now. And okay, I think that's it. Maybe from the moderator have any kind of
Okay, thank you so
question?
much, Mrs. Rahma, for sharing. I'm so excited talking about your activity during the, the Connect Road, what you did with Connect Road, and I think it's very inspiring and very educated as well. So, uh, talking about Connect Road and urban farming,
Masa
can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I have some questions for you. Please answer it quickly. And also, maybe while answering the questions, maybe you can show us around with the garden because we are very excited, want to see how is the rooftop farming system because to be honest with you, maybe some of us never seen it in real. So if you don't mind, would you like to show us while answering the questions?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So the question is, how urban farming may support our world's food security system? Like as we know, we cannot depend with farmers. So how do you think this urban farming might support our world's food security?
So I believe that half of population is living in the city right now. Like if you graduate from the university, some of your friends, okay, so it's upgraded to unlimited minutes, right?
Yep.
Yes, the meeting is upgraded to unlimited minutes.
Yep.
So what is the importance of urban farming, right? So if you know that half of population, like almost half of population, is live in the city right now. If you graduated from the university, and some of your friends and most of your friends will going to the city to live there and have children and grandchildren, will become there. So not many people going to the village, and more people going to the city, and that means that the food demand is increased, not decreased.
Yeah.
And if yeah, so if food demand increase, the city cannot fulfill the demand of the city cannot fulfill the demand of the food. They just depend on the village. They just depend on another country, maybe like China, etc. So it's not it's not food security at all. And if something bad happen, like disaster or maybe COVID-19 that we face today, and it's just ruin everything. Like when after COVID-19 hit us, I know from my friend living in Jakarta, the price of food is increased.
Yeah.
Like the onion increased like crazy, and I also face it in my city. I going to the traditional market, and it's just crazy that the price of vegetables is increased. I know that in the village it's the same. In the village it's the same, nothing increased. So the city will become vulnerable for that changing. Like if something bad happen, it will it will run the city, and it will be more worse in the slum area, because in the slum area people doesn't prepare for that changing, and if it's happen, they don't have money and the food become rare, or maybe the price is very high, they can't afford food or basic needs. And what will happen is the starvation, the dying rate is increased, or the criminality increase. Like they have to I don't know, maybe the criminality killing or whatever, but the criminality will increase for sure. I think that's the background how important is of urban farming. So it's because it can support the food security for the city. So if there are so many urban farmers in the city, so many people like me who want to become a farmer, idealistic to become a farmer, and if something bad happen and if there is a lockdown, we don't have any food supply from the village, from another country, then it will be okay because we have urban farmers in our region. We still can have pages every day. So I think that's the importance, because food is everything, because food is basic needs for everyone.
What a wonderful answer. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rama. So I think I agree with what you say, because we also cannot rely upon what already exists, but we also have to start something new, and we also be a part of it. So
Yes.
since I think okay, we got new participants. Hello, Mr. Aldo. So Mr. Ardon is our community partner of our current program, Futures Plus from Wilmar Business Indonesia Polytechnic. So it's also a concern in agriculture. And thank you so much for joining, Mr. And also for the rest of participants, thank you so much for joining. So I also have another question. So how do you think the technology, the role of technology in the implementation of urban planning? How do you see it? But before answer that, would you like to show us your garden? Because we want to see how is the plant, and yeah, we want to see it live. Would you like to show it to us?
Yes. So I don't have any proper video presentation for my garden,
Yeah.
and I cannot show to my garden because I don't have any Wi-Fi connection there. But I can show through my Instagram account from Konekroot account. and we use this technology. It's very simple technology actually. It's just use the water pump to distribute water to the plant. So this is our technology. It's not technology. It's just mimicking the natural process. So uh, so
Okay. Tomorrow what we harvest. Very interesting. Is that on the rooftop?
oh my
Turban
God.
first rooftop, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically I
Yeah.
it's a hydroponic system, but the hydroponic system is divided into two parts. The one is using aquaponic system. Aquaponic system means you, like I said before, is integrating fish
Yeah.
with the plants. So we use the function of microbes inside of the pond and the fish poo. Fish poo is good fertilizer for the plant, and we use it like distribute it 20, not 24 hours, 12 hours a day, and then the water is going back again to the pond or to the reservoir. So it's safe water more than 90% than conventional agriculture, and you don't need any pesticide or you don't need any uh, fertilizer because you just use fish poo, but there is a process to make the fish food into fertilizer that can be used by the plants. I also use this methods. It's practical farming. I think it's very common now in the urban farming world. I just use practical farming because the in the urban the land is just so small. People live in households, and there is no land for farming. And you know that so many infertile lands. So this is our task to make it become fertile by technology. And how to use that is not as hard as you might think. The system is very easy, but you have to just start to make the system happen. So what I use is to aquaponic, hydroponic, and practical. And I today I want to incorporate with solar system, but I still in
Works.
trial and error process. So I just buy my solar panel, and it will. But I don't have any picture in it because I haven't succeed yet. But it's power the water pump. It's power the water pump to distribute the water for 12 hours from 7 maybe until 5 until the sun goes down. So I use the solar panel and it will save the energy, and I don't need to control the time for distributing water because it's just automatically run by the solar. Yeah, I think that's my technology.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Uh,
So
uh,
yeah.
yeah,
You want to add something?
and the function of this technology is I can harvest the plant every day, and it cannot be achieved when it's just conventional. Like
Please,
like
please,
in the
please.
rice paddy, for example, you cannot harvest every day. You harvest like 6 months, once every 6 months. And with this technology, I can harvest every day because I can control the system. So it increase the productivity, and it's harvest. It can be harvested every day. So I think that's the power of technology for any kind of urban
Harvesting.
farming or farming in general, that help us for increasing the productivity and increase the yield and harvest every day.
Yeah. And also the role of technology maybe may influence the sustainable harvesting through the urban farming system, right?
Sorry.
The role of technology may influence the sustainable harvesting in urban system, in urban farming system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because you just have very small land and you have to increase productivity. There is no way you have to increase it by technology.
yeah. Thank you so much for that, Mrs. Rahma. So it's very interesting, everyone, when we talk about urban farming and then the role of technology. And Mrs. Rahma also shows how she implemented some of technology, even it's a simple technology, but the influence or the impact of that implementation of the technology will benefit for the harvesting system and the production. So it's very helpful. And also because everyone who joined to this webinar, I think you have an interested with the urban farming or with agriculture, or maybe with the implementation of technology in agriculture. So I'm very happy to announce that we from Sustainable Living Lab are proud to announce that we currently open for applications for the Futures Plus program. So it's our first batch program this 2020. So for short explanations about what is Futures Plus. So Futures Plus is an accelerator program. So the program aims to develop pilot projects that we will implement directly to the community. So we have three challenges areas. The one is food security. So I think what Rahma Adzhani did with her Konekroot, it's very linked to the food security challenges. And also, if everyone's here, you have any ideas, want to submit it, or if you don't know how you can develop your ideas till the implementations, we are here to help you. So we're open for the application. So let me send you the link of our website. So this is the link of our website. And also I'll send you, I'm sorry, wait a minute. So please access to this website. And also the closing date is 15th June. So we extended. So before the closing date is 5 June, and now we extended till 15th June. It's a fully funded program. So for those who are interested in this program, please feel free to submit your idea. And let me send you the brochure. Okay, I also have the brochure here. Okay, let me send. And okay, I think some of you already have some questions, so please prepare for your questions, because right after this, we will open for the Q&A session. Okay, wait a minute. Yep. So I'm sending the poster right now, and please feel free to have a look the criteria and then the submissions and all, every details. But on the poster, it mentioned 5th June as the deadline, but we already extended as I announced, so that's the good news. So feel free to apply, and if you want to share it with your friends and in universities or schools or in your professional works, please feel free. And now let's move to the Q&A session. So anyone already have the question? Who's that? Okay. Okay, I think I will pass it to Ugeng first. Ugeng, do you have the questions?
Halo Mas Ugeng.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Rahma. Yeah. I have a questions about, yeah, it's really awesome, really inspiring. And my question is about the sustainability. Sometimes we are studying urban farming, really good study, but how to make it.
Oh iya.
Okay. Am I audible? Okay. So yeah, the question is about sustainability. How do you maintain the sustainability? Because I guess the investment to make urban farming is quite high cost, if I guess. How do you dealing with that challenge?
Okay, so it's about economic, yeah. So I think people thought that my farm is very high investment because of this kind of system, but I use this like DIY system, so DIY way of making it. So I do it like by myself and my father, and like, how do you call it, tukang. So it saves money a lot for the investment, because for making something like this, the higher investment is in the people, because it's in the rooftop, so you have to take everything from the land to the rooftop, and it's very high investment in the people. And I solved that with DIY. So I doing it by myself and my father. My father honestly is very good at making something, so I asked him for help, and then for after that, the next investment is trial and error. So what I figure out for the plants, that now the plants that you can see in my Instagram is something that I trial and error for, I don't know, 100 times. Sometimes it's just not grow, and then I try it again, it doesn't grow, and I try it for 10 times and until it grows. So that's the next investment that I put my time, my money, and my energy. Like it's drained. Sometimes I just cry because I have so many failure, and I think that's investment that I cannot pay. Like it's the priceless. And after that, how I calculate that my investment is back. Honestly, now people just looking for my products. Like if people now want like a product that high quality that you can see in the supermarket but very cheap price, then people come here. So the more and more days people realizing that there is a rooftop farm that have a good products, and they just come and they just buy. I think that's how for my investment come back. And I think I also doing another things like events. Events also help my ROI. So, but right now, I don't see it as investment. I see it like it's like investment for knowledge. So, uh, for this time, I don't get back my whole investment because it's so many. I can't calculate my time invest in this projects. But I think when people said, is it meet the ROI? Not yet.
So not yet. Okay, we got it.
Not yet. But it's just new projects. Like it's run in August 2019. I think I'm very proud of the progress of my projects in Konekroot. It's not even a year, but I can like involve many people in these projects. I can introduce my products and my farm to the people in the city. At first I very underestimate my city because it's Cirebon and it's a small city who does care about the local farms and the local farms movement, organic farm movement. I just underestimate. But right now I have a like positive minds about my city and what they thought about my farms, and they just very supportive. Like especially when you give the fair price for them, like good quality but not expensive organic produce or hydroponically produced, and people just support us. And I believe that in the future, this investment will be paid.
Okay. So yeah, your investment will be paid. So thank you so much for your answer, Mrs. Rahma. So what do you think, Mr. Ugen? So do you satisfied with the answer?
Yeah, I got the point that actually this is not only commercials but impact. And
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, right? So I'm quite, yeah, it's really answered my questions. Yeah.
Okay, so again, thank you so much. So I already sent a link of feedback form. So please feel free to fill the feedback form because we will need this to our improvement. And again, so I'm inviting any one of you who has the questions for Mrs. Rahma, or maybe if you want to ask about the program that I mentioned before, Future Plus, so feel free to ask. And also, if you are interested with Mrs. Rahma Konekroot startup, you may visit her website or her Instagram. So I also see there are a lot of posts, and totally, I'm very, it's amazing. And what is such a wonderful woman you are that you start this by yourself, and you dedicated yourself to start this, and also to motivate people and to contribute to the community. So this is very real contributions right now, and I can feel it. And thank you so much for sharing with us, Mrs.